We'll get to this week's special town meeting in a moment, but first, the high school building committee clearing a major hurdle. The stately columns that sit in front of the high school will be reused in the entryway of a new building there. This comes after a community forum at Town Hall that we covered for you last week that showed two additional options with a more modern look. At their December 4th meeting, the high school building committee took into consideration feedback from the forum and the results of a survey that showed the majority of the 1,400 respondents liked option A with the columns and archway similar to how it is now. But then some committee members discussed their own likes and dislikes, the architect telling them to trust their decisions, but decide now.
You know, this decision of this group has been made that we put it out to the community and the public first. But you all actually are the ones that are most intimately involved in this. But we're getting to the point where it's a pretty massive building. We've got an awful lot of facades to solve for estimating purposes and so on, that we need to get some marching orders.
AHS Building Committee member Amy Spear tells APN the committee will now focus on addressing the cost of the new high school, projected at $308 million, with about 40% expected to come from the state, the rest from Arlington taxpayers. AHS Principal Matthew Janker digging up blueprints for an all-new high school from 1975 that failed to pass. It would have included a hockey rink and pool and served 2,500 students at a cost of $20 million, equal to about $90 million now. Janker saying if passed, he thinks the town would only likely be looking at a renovation now. A vote on the current high school rebuild is expected to go to voters in the spring. Arlington is making room for pot shops to come into town. A special town meeting on December 5th approved up to 3 recreational marijuana facilities in Arlington. This after the state's first 2 marijuana retail stores opened up in November. Any shop in Arlington would face restrictions. They'd only be allowed in business districts away from neighborhoods and must have buffer zones around schools and playgrounds. Andrew Burnell of the Arlington Redevelopment Board telling town meeting members, some who wanted more and some for pushing for fewer shops, that 3 is the right amount.
It was determined that 3 was the ideal number for now based on the number of major business districts in town. This has been an incredibly careful process on the part of the department, the board, and the study committee that put these together.
Arlington does have a medical marijuana facility that opened in October that APN visited. It's at a Water Street medical building. Apotka's owner telling us they are looking to get a license to sell recreational pot alongside medical sales. They must go through the state first and then apply for a permit from Arlington. If approved, it would count as one of the 3. Also at town meeting, the DPW getting funds to upgrade its facilities. The Department of Public Works is housed in several buildings on Grove Street, a couple of them historic. Over the years, they've had to deal with aging facilities, soil contamination, and flooding from the Mill Brook, which runs right through the location. $1.25 million will fund a plan to remodel the historic buildings, put a new building where the parking lot currently is, and move parking to the nearby Pierce practice field. Half of it is owned by the town, the other half by the high school, which would also use it for parking in their rebuilding plans. Town Manager Adam Chapdelaine, in a memo in response to concerns over losing the field used by youth soccer, saying that the town will look at other spots for a new town field. That's it for this week's Snapshot. I'm Brenda Mahoney.